Ciao Juventini. Ciao Juventini of the world. 2-2. Final score. 2-2. Is it a point that we won, or are they 2 points that we lost? Tell me, guys. Tell me while people are joining. I want to say hello to everyone. Let's start with that. Ciao Mario. Ciao Forza Juventus. Ciao, yeah. I saw, yeah. Tough game, but Pirlo will learn through experience. We'll talk about Pirlo. Did he make mistake? Game A knew that Rabiot would be sent off. I called him instead of Rabiot. I'm waiting a few seconds that people are joining, guys, because we have to speak about this game. So for me, it was not Rabiot, it was Red Bio. Oh my God. We knew it would happen. We knew it. Mr. Baloch is asking, when is De Ligt returning? After the national break. He will come back. I think Rishab is saying something real. He's saying, calma. And we have to be calm, because we were too enthusiastic and too excited after the 3-0 versus Sampdoria. We are a bit more on earth now. Nathan is saying we should have started Arthur. We don't know if he had 90 minutes in the back. We will speak about Arthur. So now that people has joined and we are already nearly 3-minute live, guys, we start. So hello to everyone, to Youssef, Saeed, Just Made, McDonald, Ashish, Dipanjan, Dan is here, MD, Rifakwat, Lincoln is here. Who's repeating what I was saying. We are feet in earth. With Sarri, we would have lost from Martina. Ciao, Martina. Ciao, Jackson. Ciao, Just Made. So, 2-2. Is it lost 2 points, or did we won 1 point? Guys, at a certain moment, when we were losing 2-1 and Rabiot was sent off, I have to say we won 1 point, but let's be honest, guys, we could have played better. Unexperienced mistakes from Pirlo, disaster game from Cuadrado. I'm just shooting without order. We will go through the game, but those first emotions are here. Let's say, first of all, thank you to Gio. Thank you for supporting the channel. He's saying this team is very new. New players need to be integrated into the team. I like the new style. I think this team will still be very strong. I like your comment, Joe, and I will have to say the same thing. Remember, for the people that are following me since last season, the disaster live I made, I was super angry when we lost or we drew versus Milan. I don't remember. We lost 4-2. I was super angry. I'm not angry. We had to expect, okay? Ups and down. We are in a learning process. We have that physicality that is not optimal. Don't forget, we have a lot of new players. We saw the beautiful impact of McKennie in the first game. Today he was not present, unfortunately. As Gio is positive, I want to start with a positive note. Man of the match. Shoot the man of the match for you. For me, it's Danilo. Danilo, that I called at a certain moment Trent Alexander Danilo, because for me he was man of the match. He played already really good the last game with 121 touches of balls, with I believe it was over 90% accuracy. I think 92%. He played really well today. For me, even better. He was able to assist Ronaldo on the second goal. He was really everywhere. He touched a lot of ball. He was there in interception. So this is for me a really positive note that we had 3 great players last game over the rest. We don't speak about Ronaldo, but we had Danilo, who was playing well, McKennie. We had Kulusevski, who was playing also quite well. Two disappeared today, Kulusevski, but he had a really difficult job in another position today. McKennie disappeared. Danilo, he confirmed his strength and he was playing even better. So that's for me, Danilo. Thank you, Joe, for the positivity. And UFC saying 200% confirmed. We need fullback, and I trust Pirlo. I trust the same. For me, the biggest mistake that Pirlo made, guys, was to actually to not sub Rabiot, because Rabiot, let's be honest, he didn't play a bad game in the first half, but he was conditioned by that yellow card, and unfortunately, he made a really difficult, again, a stupid fall, a stupid fall. The positive, and let's continue with Joe and with UFC that are in the positivity. I want to continue as well with the beautiful entries of Bentancur and Arthur. Arthur, guys, I don't know what you thought about it, but it's not easy, to enter. And Eamon is saying it. It's not easy to enter a game at the 62nd minute, a game where the game is really difficult versus a strong Roma. Let's praise also Roma that were really good today, to enter for your first game and make that impact. The guy, he had the ball, is really good with the ball on the feet. We analyzed it together with Garrett from Tactical Role when he arrived, before he arrived actually, when he signed. He's really good with the ball on the feet. He's also really good in interception, a bit less physical than a McKennie and a Rabiot for sure, but for me he played quite well, a really beautiful impact. So Pirlo, I think he was smart to not let him start, to let him take minutes, but he trust in him, and that's really great. Great to see Arthur. Bentancur played also well. Frabotta, he entered for the last few minutes, and you saw the difference. Really good entry from Frabotta. Unfortunately, not a lot of playing time. Push by saying, I, Giuseppe, Arthur should start for Rabiot and Bentancur for McKennie. Frabotta must be a starter, and Cuadrado on the right. I agree. Unfortunately, Quadrado on the right, I agree, because we have nobody else. And this is for me more than on the left. We should on the last Mercato days, because the Mercato, it ends on the 5th of October. I believe we really should have someone on the right. But I agree with you. On Rabiot will not play versus Napoli because he had a red card, so he will be subbed. I don't know if McKennie will start again versus a really fast Napoli. Bentancur has a bit more experience, so I was really happy to see him again giving that support. Francisco, ciao Francisco, is saying, ciao Giuseppe, I really like Arthur, but Cuadrado on the left and not substituting Rabiot. Arthur played really well. Cuadrado on the left was difficult, and Francisco really difficult. And I think you are saying about the mistakes of Pirlo. I agree with you. Two big mistakes. Cuadrado on the left, he was totally lost. Zero cross. Look, the cross, it came from Danilo in the second half for the goal of Ronaldo. It was one of the only goals, only crosses that we saw today, except of the corner kicks. Speaking about corner kicks, I have to say, because I want to continue with that positivity, I'm really, really, really happy that we don't see that freaking system of last year. Do you remember last year when we systematically had two men on the corner kick? We had Dybala and Bentancur, or Douglas Costa and another man, and Dybala. They were always with two. We were losing a man, and this was a disaster. I hated it. So and we knew already who would do the cross, because it was always the one that put the ball on the corner kick. We had it also with Pjanic, so it was really a Sarri system. I'm super happy that we don't see that anymore. There is one man, he takes the ball, he go in the corner kick. If it's Kulusevski, it's Douglas Costa, whatever, but they put that freaking ball on the corner kick and they shoot. Okay, so I was quite happy with that, I have to say. So about positivity again, Danilo, Douglas Costa entered with another motivation than versus Sampdoria. Maybe he can stay. I hope so. On in a way, because the guy, you see, when he's in shape, he's good. Bentancur, great positive note. Ronaldo. Let's speak about Ronaldo. Um, top. Not really in the building of the game, because he missed some passes, he missed some positions, but the guy, again, 2 goals, he saved us. So well done for Ronaldo. Kulusevski was a bit lost, but he played a bit everywhere. And now let's speak, if you agree with me, guys, let's speak about the game in itself. Ciao, Colin. Oh, I missed your comment, Colin. What about the pivot of Chesney? Let me remember that. But can you explain a bit better, Colin? Because I don't really understand what action you're speaking about. Costa unexpressive again, couldn't carry on ball for counterattacks, but it was difficult because Costa, when he entered, then we were with 10. He had a more defensive role to play that he had to play, but he was able to give a bit of velocity in the build up of the game, and this was really something that we missed today: velocity. Let me read the comment of Stavros and then we analyze the game. For me, Morata should be at the subs. De Sciglio should be in Quadrado's position and Kulusevski alongside Ronaldo. And overall, we played okay, but it could have been better. Danilo MVP, I stay positive. I'm happy. I'm happy to see that a lot of people are not depressive, that we are still positive, because I agree with you, Stavros. We have to be positive because we knew that it would not be an easy Serie A. Roma is a valid team. Juventus with 10, don't forget, with 10, we still had that fino alla fine until the end mentality that we were even able to equalize with 10 men. Then we made mistakes. That's a fact. It was not easy. We are not in perfect shape. I agree. But De Sciglio, I would have seen him today also. If you don't want to throw Frabotta in the Lions cage, you know what I mean? Then probably De Sciglio on the left would have been better than Quadrado. Quadrado, how do you say the reverse of MVP? The WVP, the worst valuable player. For me, it was Quadrado. Partially due to him, partially also due to Pirlo that put him on the left. Quadrado was really good in catching and falling on the ground. He made himself, or he's trying to have the B1 Italian citizenship. He made the exam of Italian, so he knows how to jump on the ground, like a lot of Italians are famous for. But except of that, it was quite difficult. Check Ronaldo's statement in Forza Juve English. I need to check that. Guys, it's quite difficult for me to check every time, but I will try to check and read what Ronaldo is saying on Forza Juve, because I want to read it. What are the words of Ronaldo? He said, okay, that's an important one. Thank you, UFC. So he said, Cristiano. He said, Pirlo, question mark, because he received a question about Pirlo. We are finally happy and we are finally working with a smile on faces. If Cristiano is saying that, it means a lot of things. It means that he hated Sarri, for sure, because we know he had a real problem with Sarri. That's one thing. Then the management, the people management of Pirlo, especially after a 2-2, he could have said a lot of things, but no, he's backing up Pirlo. And for me, this is something that a lot of people like Gio, like Eamon, like Stavros, like UFC, like a lot of people here today, they are saying that we have to trust Pirlo. I agree with that. Football is saying Ronaldo had an okay game. He should have scored more. He had more chances. It's true that if you take both games, he missed, especially versus Sampdoria, a lot of games, but at the end, he scored one penalty. It's true, but then you have to score the penalties, not always in. But yeah, I agree, but on the other hand, it's the one that saved us. Yash is saying that Nilo 115 touches. Look, is at that level. It's a really important man. Gio is saying, and again, thank you, Gio. He's saying Morata just got to the team. He hasn't even practiced. He needs to get used to the system. Pirlo will turn him into a top player. I hope so. Guys, I don't know if you remember what I said when we were about to sign him is emotionally in my heart, I love Morata. He's really a great Juventino that loves the colors, that took away a lot of his salary, so he decreased his salary to come back, and those kind of things make that you cannot not love Morata. But technically, I said he needs to convince me, because even if he's a good player, absolutely, he still needs to convince me. And today, maybe it was a bit too early. I don't know. Like Gio is saying, he needs to go to the team. Then on the other hand, I'm asking myself, Pirlo, he had a lot of trust in him, and then you have to repay it immediately. If you arrive for 2 3 days, one day, don't forget he didn't even train with the team because yeah, due to the COVID restrictions, he had actually to he had to train individually. So I believe he trained like 2 days with the team. So it means that Pirlo thought he was ready, and today he was not ready. We need Awar. I don't know, guys, because if you see all the solutions, and Awar is a great player, Awar is a great player, but um, if you see all the solutions that we have in the midfield, you like or you don't like, but we have Bentancur, Arthur that made a really beautiful impact, McKennie that did a really great game in the first game. Today it was a bit more difficult for him. Rabiot that played two great first half, and then in the second half it was more difficult, and today it was a disaster. Who else do we have in the midfield? Because we have a lot of option. Ramsey that can play there as well. We have a few options. I don't know if having Arthur, because if you take Awar, that makes that you have to sacrifice someone in the front. Don't forget that Pirlo really wanted a nine, so that's great. But then you have Dybala that will come in. So who will stay out if you play with Awar that is not physically a beast? Okay, and we see that Pirlo really wants that big pressure. He needs that big pressure in the midfield, and it will be problematic versus Napoli, because you miss Rabiot. I don't know if McKennie will have a third opportunity immediately, because today he was not in the game. So I don't know if we need Awar, because then you will have to play with three guys in the midfield and going back to the original position of Pjanic. And in the two first game, we just saw that Pirlo is not using that Pjanic position. So I don't know. I don't know. JT, again, thank you, JT. Thank you. He's saying midfield has to be Bentancur, Rabiot, Arthur as starters, and how in the gods. Is Cuadrado still wearing the shirt? He is far too sloppy and needs to go. Forza Juve, Forza GJustjuve. First of all, thank you, GT. 1897, because of the year of Juventus. Um, you know, I will tell you guys, because I have to be honest. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. For me, Cuadrado, let's take a time to speak about Cuadrado. The first season he played for us, he played offensively and he was good except at finishing. Okay, but he was really good. Then he lost himself, and I was not convinced anymore of Cuadrado, and I was kind of Cuadrado out. I was not convinced about Cuadrado. I will be really honest with you, and I was really quite. I criticized him a lot. I criticized him a lot because he deserved it, and I was like a Cuadrado out. Even if you know that I'm really a club man and I defend the players, but I was more like, if we can sell him, we have to sell him. Last year he played in diverse position, and especially as a right fullback. And I have to be honest, my opinion, even if he made some mistakes, he did a really great season. He did a great season playing in a good position for him, even with mistakes. But the problem now is that the first game he played a position that was a hybrid between defender and offensive. It was more in a kind of 4-4-2. He didn't play well. For me, it was the problem. The the worst of the game versus Sampdoria in a relatively easy game where he could have done a lot. He was really bad, and today he was a disaster also because he played on the left. So if you as a player you give disponibility to play on the left, that means that you agree, that you feel ready to play that position, that you listen and you trust your coach and your skills. And today was a drama. For me, that is the biggest mistake that Pirlo did. Biggest mistake was putting Quadrado on the left, Kulusevski on the right in an unusual position. But what do we learn about it? We learn two things, guys. I don't know if you agree with me. Let me know. I try to read meanwhile I'm speaking. But uh, for me, that explain two things. First, Pirlo, he doesn't trust De Sciglio. 0,0. He preferred to die than trusting De Sciglio. This is a clear message to the company, to the club, to Agnelli, to Paratici, to Cherubini. He said, guy, buy me whatever you want, but I don't want De Sciglio. Last time he played Frabotta, today he played Quadrado. When he had to change Quadrado, who does he let play? He let play Frabotta. So this is for me something. That's one. And then we have the other side of the story. It means that on the right, when Quadrado is not there, and even if it was for two games worst of the game, we have nobody that can play that position of a 3-5-2, 3-4-1-2. Nobody. If Quadrado is not there because of he have to play another role, or if he's injured or tired or yellow card, whatever what, we have a problem on that position. And today it was clear for me, guys. I don't know you, but and I explained in the first half, Danilo, he had to play two roles today because he had zero support from Kulusevski in defense. Douglas Costa, that I saw a quite negative comment about him and his performance, he gave more support, Douglas Costa, than Kulusevski. We should not have let Spinazzola go. He played great today. He played an amazing game in both sides, offensively and defensively. So I totally agree with that. And now I will say something that probably a lot of you will freak out, because for me only the stupid people doesn't change opinion. I will take the comment of TS, because he said Chiesa can be a solution to take turn with Quadrado on the right. We need, however, a left wing back more than right wing back, so we can defend with a proper four defenders into 4-4-2 as Pirlo wanted. Pirlo wants that hybrid position. He don't want really a fixed 4-4-2, so he needs someone that can play those both roles. Like Danilo is playing really perfectly now. But I will change my opinion on Chiesa, or someone with his skills, but it can be a really great solution for Juventus, not at 60 million, guys. I hope we are not crazy enough to give 60 million to that guy or to Fiorentina, but it can be a great solution. And I'm not saying that because he played great yesterday versus Inter, because he did an amazing game. I'm not saying that because of that. I'm saying it because, and it's true, we have a problem if Cuadrado is not there. And even with Cuadrado, we are not even playing well. So we have this is our weakness number one. Don't forget, on the left, Alexandro will come back, and Pirlo has a lot of trust with him. Michelle, thank you, El. Thank you. Michelle is saying this was an emotionally charged game for both teams. Pirlo's first big game, Morata's debut, and Dzeko affair. I agree. We will all learn from these mistakes. We showed our champion DNA by getting a point with 10 men away. I love you, Giuseppe. Forza Juve. Thank you, Michelle. I love your comment because it's really well explained, and at the end, it's the half of the screen. But you know what I love, guys? I will be honest with you. I love the fact that we are more than 600 people watching live now and on my channel, and this is really thanks to you guys. I see positivity, but not positivity we are stupid. No, I see also constructive comments, really. And this is for me a victory of the channel. that today we are not insulting, we are not spamming, we are not, maybe a moderator is here to help me, I don't know, but we are a great community, and I want to thank you for that, because it doesn't happen everywhere that we can speak about football, football tactically. And today we didn't win because it's easy, to speak when we win 3-0 or even 1-0, or today if we have won 3-2. It's easy because you have that enthusiasm and that greatness. But today we drew 2-2, while a lot of people were predicting a 4-0, and we are able to speak as mature football fans. And for that, thank you, Michelle, and thank you all the people in the chat. Thank you, really, 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 really. So speaking about what Michelle is saying, this was an emotionally charged game. Absolutely. Roma Juve, it happened so many things. And if today Zeko, he missed a lot of tap ins, I think two or three at least, it's also because mentally he has that frustration. And Pirlo said it in press conference, we need to have players that are physically and mentally at 100%. If not, it's quite difficult for us to play football for all the teams. And Ronaldo's words after the game were really great, because he said, we finally are happy. We finally train with a smile after a 2-2. So really, really happy about the chat, about Ronaldo, and about what Michelle is saying. A lot of debuts like Morata. Maybe it was too early to put it in, but we tried. Last time he tried with Frabotta and it was a success. Today he tried and it was a bit more difficult, but it's okay. Bianconeri, and thank you, Michelle. Bianconeri saying Bonucci and Chiellini should not start, any one of them. Only should start because they both are too slow in case of pace. Bianconeri, attacking monuments of the BBC is a bold statement, but you are not completely wrong. You are not completely wrong. You are not completely wrong. It's bold, because we are attacking monuments of Juventus. Ciao, Gifinazzo. Ciao, ciao, my friend. Uh, it's true. Chiellini is good, but he's really bad, and he did it two times. Last time he did it one time. This time he did it two times. Two times he built the game from the back, and two times he was a disaster. And I believe indeed Colin was speaking about that. I hope you are still there, Colin. Colin was speaking about the pass of Chesney, but let's concentrate on Chiellini. He did two disaster in constructing the ball, and Quadrado did it once with a really crazy pass, like a suicide pass, really crazy. Bonucci, he has a real difficulty, but let's focus on Chiellini. Chiellini, he has no 50 games in his legs. He's there because he's waiting for De Ligt to come back, where Bonucci will probably slide a bit on the left, because then Alexandro come, and then Bonucci stays as a central defender. But Chiellini, and then alternate with Chiellini, because De Ligt will play for sure from the first minutes, absolutely. But Bonucci, he has to wake up a bit, because it's true that when he has the defenders that go in front of him, and if he has to go back, we have a problem. We have a problem. David is saying it. Bonucci is not good in man marking. Steph, ciao, Steph. Bianconeri YYZ is in the place. So attacking Bonucci is always, almost always justified. The last match against Sampdoria is one of the few matches he's actually played decently. I know that Steph is not a big fan of Bonucci. We are playing Fantasy League. So I know I saw your tweet about him, but you are correct. It's difficult. And so Bianconeri, the comment that he made is valid. Now, I believe it's time to rotate a bit with Demiral, to let him grow while De Ligt is not there, so that we are able to have some Demiral in shape with the Ligt versus the second part of the year. I would not do it immediately because that's really risky. And Pirlo, he needs also, don't forget that he needs some certainties. The problem is that next week, guys, next week we play versus Napoli. Not, I'm not scared about 6-0 that they did today, but I am scared about the Napoli that I saw last week when they also won, and they did really great. They gave me a really great impression because not a lot of people were talking about Napoli. Everyone is talking about Inter. Some are talking about Milan because they did a great mercato. Uh, they won again today, by the way. But Napoli is really impressive, and we are playing versus really fast players. So I agree with Bianconeri that it can be really difficult versus them. We should better when we should be better when we defend counterattacks. This was such a problem today, but this is also a mistake. At the first 46th minute, when you just equalized, you don't leave Quadrado alone. At the end of the first half, you don't leave him alone. That's a drama, and then it happened in the second time half a lot of time. Don't forget that Demiral has the pace that Bonucci and sadly Chiellini don't have. So I agree with you. But it's time now to let him play. I don't know why he don't start it. Maybe because of the calendar. I don't know if you saw my live comments when the calendars came out, and I told you it's not for me, it's not a mystery that we started immediately with Roma and Napoli, guys. Why? Because Pirlo, he's new. He have to, work on his team. He doesn't have all the certainties, and starting with two big bangers as Roma and Napoli, I don't know. I don't know how casual it is. I don't know. The problem was Rabiot. The problem was Rabiot when he was out. Absolutely. Now I didn't see. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm wrong, but the first half Rabiot was really great, and the problem was that McKennie was not at the level neither. So you couldn't leave McKennie alone because he's young, because it was his second game, because he was not performing well. So I'm not justifying Pirlo because he made a mistake, and we see it because that was why we had a red card. But try to think like Pirlo. I have two men. One is playing better than the other one because the other one is now not really playing great. Let's be honest. Um, so who do I take off? Do I give the pressure moment of the fact to to start the pressing and so on to a young guy McKennie today versus Roma one while we are losing 2-1? Don't forget. Um, or do I keep Rabiot? It was a 50-50. We made the bad choice at the end, but I try to understand why Pirlo did that. Colin is saying, is anyone reconsidering the assessment of McKennie? Not me, guys, not me, because he played really well versus Sampdoria, and it's normal. And that's why we always say, guys, be prudent to make players phenomenals, big superstars, or to criticize players like Danilo, like we did last year. Okay, be patient. We if we want to give the chance to um, young players, then we have also to accept that they make mistakes. And I don't reconsider him at all. For me, it's a really targeted buy, great transfer that we made. Give him also the time. But I would have changed him as well. And I would probably have made the same mistake as Pirlo in that sub. What I would have done, and you know it, I would have changed Kulusevski and Quadrado. That's a fact. That's a fact. Uh, Ciao Mo is saying Pirlo tried to surprise Fonseca with 3-4-3, but it backfired because we lost the control of the midfield and had many players out of position. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Playing Morata to surprise him because nobody would have thought that Morata would have started immediately. It was a surprise. It means that Pirlo has the guts to do it, but it didn't work out. McKennie should never play in a highly competitive match, just young Matuidi. Oh, I don't agree. I don't agree. That's hard versus McKennie because McKennie he has 2 feet. Matuidi had 0 feet. So I don't agree. I don't agree on that one. That's harsh. That's harsh. I hope he proves you wrong because it's a valid opinion. Huh? Maybe you're right. You're right, but Matuidi was a beast. I loved Matuidi, but he couldn't control the ball. And when you see the long passes that McKennie is able to do already, that's a big difference. My opinion. Huh? McKennie is better than Matuidi. He just needs more experience. Look at that. We only need some good pressing fullbacks, and that's it. Champions League will be ours. Let's start first, to be consistent in what Pirlo wants, and then we can think about that. But I agree with you. We have problems on our fullbacks. For me, more on the right than on the left, because don't forget, if you see the impact again of Frabotta. And Alexandro as a starter, I would not be that pessimistic on the left, but on the right, I am. Um, Arthur ball control was flawless. And we have just to be patient. It's Pirlo's second match. Forza Juve. I agree with you. I agree with you. Now it's a pity because you know what? And this is something I will tell you. I don't know if you agree with me or not. And then I will read the comment of Abdullah. But for me, after when we were losing 2-1, guys, I don't know you, tell me, but after losing 2-1, I was confident that we could have done something. Okay? Uh, and after the 2-2, I was hoping in the win. At a certain moment, I was even thinking that it was possible. Last year with Sarri, when we were winning 2-0, I was scared. You see the change? Maybe I'm too optimistic and stupid now. It can be. But that's my big difference. Let me go a bit more in the light. So I don't know you. I will repeat. Last year with Sarri, when we were winning 2-0, I was scared. Today, when we are losing 2-1 with a man less, I was still hoping. Big difference. Abdullah is saying, I think Pirlo shouldn't change a winning lineup. Same lineup like Sampdoria match would have win the game today. Could have been. We will never know. We will never know, unfortunately. Ciao, Razim. We can't risk players on wing, especially on the formation. They are crucial. Kulusevski is more close to goal winger. Quadrado can penetrate it from the left. We need proper wingers. I agree. We were solid from Cara. Ciao, Cara. Um, Try to read as much comments as I can. Giver, ciao. If Rabiot didn't get red, Juve would have secured a 3-2. El Tactico prediction so close. I agree. I was thinking about most prediction guys. Bad game from Ramsey. He don't have a stable effort. Kulusevski should play in his position behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Dybala or Morata. I like the mentality of the team today. I agree with you, Jam. I have a fly on my screen. I hate it. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you saw the images, but Dybala, sorry, he was warming up. I knew he would not play. I knew it, but I believe we will see him versus Napoli. First, I was thinking that he would probably play after the national break, but I believe he will play at least 15-20 minutes versus Napoli. Yeah, and that's a good news. Now I'm really curious because with Dybala, if he enter in the second half, he will sub someone. But with Dybala, I'm really curious how Pirlo will play the team. Really curious. Should we give Rugani a last chance? No. That was quick answer. Huh? In a 3-5-2, the two players at flanks should be fullbacks, but not wingbacks, as fullbacks can support both the defense and attack, unlike the wing backs or wingers. And this is also why we are playing with Chiellini and Bonucci, because changing your mentality from defending with four men to three men, it's a real long process for players to adapt to that way of playing. Danilo is doing it really great, but then you see that Chiellini and Bonucci, they were used to that style of play, so that's a bit easier for them. And where we missed, it was Quadrado on the left and Kulusevski on the right. Uh, Defensively, Kulusevski was a drama today. Yeah? Dracula, ciao Dracula. Unfortunately, Morata looks lost. Hopefully, he will help us, but tonight he looked weaker than Mandzukic. You know what was a great skill of Morata? It was his pace, velocity. He was really fast, huh? And today he looked like much older than when we had him 4 years ago. He looks like 10 years older. He was really slow today. So I don't know if it's a problem of condition, but he trained with Atletico because they started also now. So I don't know what's the problem. Just want to say that this was a bad game for us, but when was the last game that Juve had a man down and played good? We were one goal down and came to 2-2 and had a chance to go 3-2. But Quadrado, Dino, I agree with you. I agree, because we cannot be satisfied. We are Juventus, okay? Juventus fans, Juventus players, Juventus management, we are not happy when we draw 2-2, okay? Even if we are with a man down, we are not happy when we are doing 2-2. But it's the beginning of the season. There are a lot of circumstances that made, and yes, we have to be positive, not satisfied, but positive and believe in. Because what you are saying, I agree with you. I agree with you. Kulusevski should put in more crosses. Kulusevski, the problem was that today, playing on the left in that role, he was not really in the last part of the game, like he played versus Sampdoria. Okay, the spaces were a lot more closest, and that made that he had to come every time to his left foot. But he was double man marked, one with Spinazzola, he was man marking him, and you had always an extra midfielder that was actually blocking him to go to cross on the left. The only time that he was able to cross, it was with his right foot when he dribbled from the external of the field, but it was too weak with his weak foot, actually, his right foot. And that's why he was not really able to cross. Kulusevski is not the man of the cross, he's the man that normally should be in the last meters to go in progression, to go in the spaces with dribbles and with velocity. But today he was because he had to go like 30 meters more in the back than what usually he is used to. He lost a lot of powers and he couldn't start. Unfortunately, but I don't believe that Kulusevski is the man that should be put the crosses, especially not if he's playing there. Pirlo's mistake at the 2-1 goal. I agree with you, Ninib. I agree. Shoot out or shout out to the Telegram group, by the way. Ciao Giuseppe from Australia that is sending me emails. Thank you for your emails. I appreciate it. Not a bad result given the circumstances. Very frustrating how we conceded the second goal. Hopefully we can learn and look forward to next week. And that's true. If you now analyze again the game, and then we'll speak about Brad, who's saying that Bayern lost 4 goals to Hoffenheim. Juve can still catch Bayern in Champions League. A bad game can happen, especially because Bayern played a few days ago versus Sevilla. They just won. They celebrated again. So, and Hoffenheim is not that bad in Bundesliga. Huh? But to go back to Giuseppe, I agree. I agree with you. Let me go back and try to find the comment of Giuseppe. I don't find it anymore. Damn. Sorry, Giuseppe. I don't find it. I'm speaking that much that then I forget. But I wanted to say hello to my friend RB Comes. Chesney saved us many times, but he should have saved that pen. He was close. He was close. He was really close. Cristiano showed Douglas how to cross. I believe Douglas knows how to cross. Um, Ciao Lester, IFTV is talking like the Scudetto is over for us, fino alla fine. I'm a big fan of IFTV, guys. It's a Serie A. It's a Serie A channel. They you have different supporters. It makes sense. I remember, I believe it was 2014, 15, or was it 2015, 16, where at after 7 games we had like 11 points or 14 points from the top. Everyone was thinking that we were dead. Allegri made a master class, and we came back as crazy. Ciao, Avinash. Avinash is saying we have one of the best, if not the best, header of all time in CR7. We should play crosses more often. Last season, he had only two headed goals in Serie A. That's a really great point. That's a really great point. Sometimes I'm asking myself, guys, why were we looking so hard for a number nine if CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo is probably one of the best number nines that we can have? If you put him in the box, the guy is a beast. I know that he doesn't like to play there. Why? Because in Italy it's not the same as in Spain. You don't have the same spaces. You are really man marked by 2, 3 men, so you are not free to do whatever you want, and you cannot go in progression. I understand that, but when the guy is in the box, he is lethal. So we should use that more, and I believe that also with Frabotta, you saw it in the first game, all the crosses that were tried. But we are the second game of the season. He already scored 3 goals and a header, one with a foot, and one penalty. So we will pass that, and I believe we will see more crosses. I'm sure about that. Ramsey out, Awar in. That was the plan, guys. That was the plan. That was the plan. Unfortunately, nobody's wanting to buy Ramsey for what we want to, because he has a really high salary. um, Ciao, Angelo. Angelo is really hating. He hates Rabiot. Every time he's sending, because it's my friend from when I was a kid, when I had hair. He's one of the only person on earth, except of my family, my mother, that saw me with hair. Can you imagine? So Angelo is saying, "I love you," but he hates Rabiot. Whatever Rabiot is doing, is sending me messages. Even when he scored versus Milan, you remember that amazing goal that day? He was in Silencio Stampa. He didn't write me a message for like 5 weeks, Uh, but except of that, he don't like Rabiot. He don't like Rabiot. And here we have my friend who's saying Rabiot played well today despite the red card. I agree, huh? I agree. Maybe I'm crazy, huh, guys, but I agree with my friend 3FSAD666. I saw a beautiful Rabiot in the midfield in the first 50 minutes, and then it disappeared again. Um, let's see who can I answer to. I love the live today. You see, I try to answer as many questions as I can. Artan, and I try to change a bit also people so that everyone can speak. Giuseppe, thanks for the thing you've been doing. Oh, Forza Juve will be fine. Roma is strong at home, so no one get easy there. Thank you, Artan. What I'm doing, I'm having fun, guys. You have to thank yourself for being here and making my life easy, because for sure, if you put a lot of efforts and nobody is appreciating it, then it starts to be difficult. But thanks to you guys, really, 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 thank you. And it's true, Roma is not a bad team. Uh, it's a pity. It's a pity. We could have won. We could have won, but Mohammed is saying Costa very bad at corners. Normally, it's quite better, huh? But today, yeah, it was. I don't know. Maybe it was a rush. He wanted to win. He was not concentrated enough on the corner kick. It can be. We should get very fast players on both wing back, because they should create a chance for wings. I agree, Bianconeri. I agree. The problem is who. Tell me who. Who can we buy? That's always a problem, guys. We need to sell. The Chilio is still there. Nobody wants to buy him, and I understand. We gave Pellegrini. Uh, who who do we buy? Tell me. Possible, realistic. I don't know. Maybe you know, but thank you, Ronaldo. Thank you, Pirlo. Thank you, Kulusevski. Thank you, Rabiot. Thank you, Danilo. Thank you, everyone. The brand, yeah. Uh, the greatest 89ers. You are definitely not crazy. Rabiot is a top class player. Look, Angelo. Look what people are writing because you know we understand football on the channel. Many forget that he hasn't played many games during his time with PSG. He still hasn't reached his full potential. I will be honest with you. Would never have signed Rabiot at Juve, but when he was there, I supported him because I'm supporter of the players of Juve, all of them, even Kedira. Uh, I don't like Kedira, but I will be respectful until tomorrow. Tomorrow, Raus, Kedira, and then I will not support him anymore. But from the moment he was there, I see a lot of progression in Rabiot. I saw in his foot he has power. He's really great in making really nice passes with power. I like when, I don't know you, but when I watch football, guys, I like to hear this when we pass the ball. I want to hear the sound of the ball because we put some intensity, because we are, and I have to take that red bio. uh, by the way, guys, if you can, uh, subscribe to the channel, and put a like to the video. This is the only thing I ask you: put a like, subscribe, and then we continue. I would love that. I would really love that if we can do that, to show the support to my channel, to show the support to Juventus and to Pirlo and to Rabiot and to Ronaldo. But I agree with you. He has some power in the feet because he's putting intensity. He shows that he wants to. I like that. He's quite fast. Physically is good. Today, hey guys, the first yellow, the ball was going so fast. It's not his fault. It's not that he wanted to counter the ball with his hand. Uh, what if Ronaldo didn't win our penalty? Uh, I don't know. What if Ronaldo didn't want? Maybe we had another action later. We never know, guys. For me, did you hear the words of Morata in press conference? Football is a collective game. We can say the same about Danilo. What if Danilo didn't cross? Then Ronaldo would not have scored the 2-2. It's a collective game, guys. Please understand that. We have better players, we have weaker players, we have skillful players, we have players that plays better in some position than others. If you put Ronaldo in the goal, he will not perform, okay? So it's a collective game, and that's important to understand. Otherwise we will never, for me, I don't like, like it's thanks to Ronaldo, it's thanks to Dybala, it's thanks to Chiellini. No, it's a collective game. That's for me. Ciao Paolo. Paolo is saying tonight Danilo best on the pitch. Absolutely. MVP. We need to look at Tarek Lamptey from Brighton, and Hove Albion. They played, I think they won, or they tied, or they won versus Manchester United. Really disaster game by Pogba again. Or he's doing it because he want to be kicked out for free this year already. Or I don't know, but a drama, Pogba. A drama. 70% accuracy in passes, drama. But to be honest, I don't know him really well. So I will try to note it and check what I can find about him, because I don't really know him. But we'll send the name to Paratici. I hope Paratici is watching the channel. Napoli seems on fire. We spoke about it. Yes. Andy, this is what we need. Best 11. Let me know if you agree with Andy's formation. Chesney in the goal, Demiral, Delete, Bonucci, Chiesa, Bentancur, Arthur, Kulusevski behind the strikers, Bernardeschi, and then Dybala, Ronaldo. So that means that we have Chiesa on the right, Bernardeschi on the left, and then we have Bentancur and Arthur in the middle, and then Kulusevski as the number 10 with Dybala and Ronaldo. It would be beautiful, but the idea of Pirlo, and he can change, because I said that everyone changes opinion, but the idea of Pirlo is to play with a 9. I don't know why. It's his style, his vision. So this one can happen, that formation. Unfortunately, we still don't have Chiesa. Uh, and it can happen. I don't know. But it looks beautiful on paper. Then, I don't know. What is Bernardeschi still doing in someone's lineup? Bernardeschi was a talent. I'm not a big lover of Bernardeschi, and guys. Okay, so for me, if we can give him, sell him, whatever, I will do it. Not tomorrow, but I would already have done it yesterday. Okay, uh, but we cannot deny that Bernardeschi was a great player, and when you are a great player, you are at that level. You cannot forget everything. Don't forget with Sarri, everyone had a disaster season, or a lot of players were underperforming. Don't do you remember that Bernardeschi was tested like 15 games in a row as behind the strikers, and Pirlo, after one training session, he said this guy is not a number 10, and Bernardeschi agreed. He said this is not my position. Um, on the wing, Bernardeschi is stronger. I know one of the ideas is maybe to convert Bernardeschi in that position for a few games later in the season when he will be back. Is that my favorite? Absolutely not. Uh, he can run and defend. I agree, but will he be the best? I don't know. But he can cross, and normally he should be able to cross. Ciao Lincoln. Napoli another test for Pirlo. If we lose or draw, Pirlo not ready for Juve, and we need two top players. I would be patient, guys. I hate losing, in everything. Even when I'm eating with my family, with my son, with my wife, I hate being the last. I'm eating really fast. I hate losing. Losing is really something I don't like. Okay, I don't like losing, but um, what's important is the end of the season. Pirlo just arrived in a year when he had no preseason, in a year with an open mercato until the 5th of October. Hey, Napoli has a trainer that he played nearly all season, yeah, the half of the season with. They have a solid team. They don't have to rebuild. Okay, they have the same skeleton structure, the mentality. So they are on fire. Uh, I don't care. One single game in the beginning of the season, in that moment, I would not make. I don't care. It's not true. I expressed myself wrong because I would be sad and I will probably cry in my bed for 15 days because after that game we'll have the national break, so we'll not even be able to. It's national break immediately or after the game versus Crotone. I have to check. Not sure about that. Let me check. I don't know. I'm not sure. So after, let me check. I will tell you immediately the fixtures. So we have Napoli, and then we have the break. We have the break immediately. So that means that if we lose, for sure we will have 15 days. 15 days to be sad, and that's not good. That's never good. Okay, but I would not make a drama of it like Pirlo out. Pirlo is not ready. And remember what we said last week. We said Pirlo is the best coach of the world. Suddenly, so we have to be balanced. If you can choose one player, just one, whoever in the world, who would you choose? Awa or the brand or somebody else? I would choose the brand 100%. The brand is top class. Is top class. But you know who I would choose? I would choose the player that Pirlo believes in. And that's the most important thing. I don't know Pirlo who he believed in, because you can buy a whatever, I don't know, the brand or Messi or whatever play in the world. If he doesn't fit the style or the mentality or the characteristic of what Pirlo wants, then it's a player that we don't need. A lot of people don't understand soccer if they like Rabiot. Bold statement. He hates Rabiot. I told you. Ciao, Donald. Look at the positives. Inter Merda fans are celebrating our draw against a team like Roma, like they won the treble 3 times in a row. That shows how strong we have become. And I agree with you. That's the big difference. Today we are here. We are not depressed. We are balanced and we are positive. Uh, Yesterday, I don't know if they realized, but they were losing versus Fiorentina 3-2. Okay, they were losing 3-2. Then in the last minute they scored 2 goals because Lukaku, after the 15th occasion that he was missing, he scored a goal because he has an incredible first touch. He scored a goal. Fiorentina, they made a really bad mistake. Iachini, he put out Chiesa because he was a bit injured. He said, I don't know if it's an excuse or right or wrong. Ribery also, don't tell me that he was tired or whatever, because you had like 10 minutes to play. Okay, but he played them out, and then Conte, he had more subs, and he played with how many midfielders do they have in there? 14. I don't understand it. So yeah, let them celebrate today. Pirlo is not going anywhere anytime soon. Juve have a plan. You can't throw out your plans because of 1 or 2 losses or draws. If you do, you won't win anything. I agree with you, guys. Uh, we had a disaster trainer like Sarri, and I'm not speaking a disaster in terms of coaching or experience. I speak about a 360 degree in terms of Juventinità, being, the Juve style, having the Juve style. He had not. He was really bad with the relations of the player. He had no feeling with Ronaldo that Juventus pay 30 million a year. I don't care. You have to find a way to agree with him, or then you have to say, I don't come to Juventus because we are not compatible. Okay, because if you don't like, or you want to make Ronaldo a number 9 before you sign, you have to agree on those kind of things, or with the club or with the player. I don't care. But it was really bad, and we kept him until the end of the year. Okay, until the end of the year we worked with Sarri, and then we stopped. So Pirlo, he will be there all year long, whatever happens. That's Juventus, guys. You like it or not. Um, Thanks for not reading my comment. Now, I challenge you, if you want to, one day you come into the chat and you try to read all the comments. That would be really nice. Um, I don't know if you know, but I'm talking since 1 hour, looking at the camera, trying to read the comments. It's not easy, huh? It's not easy, huh? We need player make difference in the middle, like Awar helping Ronaldo. And even your question, Nawaf, if you were following the live like 1 hour, we spoke about Awar like 150 times. What can I tell you about Awar? Yeah, we spoke. Yeah, and I don't agree with you. Sorry. Um, so Ciao, Chris. Waiting for this match to start, I was exciting as if it was a Champions League final. That is what Pirlo has brought back to us. I agree, and my feeling also, Chris, was after the 2-1. I was positive that we could do something. I was believing in it, and if I believe from my sofa, I believe the players believe also, and that's great. Ciao, Damani. I feel like we will win against Napoli. I have confidence in Pirlo and the team. It will be a tough game, and guys, we play at home. That can make a difference. Unfortunately, we don't have the supporters, and don't forget that, guys, and that's really, really difficult. Not playing without supporters, with the atmosphere, with their support, because we always said that they are the 12th man. We are the 12th man when we are present in the stadium. So not having them is difficult. Frabotta is very calm. He is confident and is not afraid to go in the front. Against Napoli, Demiral has to play because Chiellini and Bonucci are very slow. We spoke about Chiellini and Bonucci. Guys, if you are a trainer, if you are this man, guys, if you are this man, okay, you know Chiellini and Bonucci for like 10 years, maybe more because they played in the national team together. You know, when did Demiral play a three-man defense? At Sassuolo? I don't remember. I don't remember. Would you take Demiral, throw him, and put aside two guarantees? Because it's true they are slow. I agree with you. Would you do it? Where will you play Demiral? Where? On the left? No, because he's not left. In the middle instead of Bonucci? Give him the lead of the defense, because when you are in the middle of the three-man defense, you are the leader. You say to Danilo, you say to Chiellini. And Danilo is the man of the season because we played two games and he was 121 touches. Last game to 115. This game, what do you do? What do you do? No, it's easy, yeah? Put Demiral. Put Demiral. Put Demiral. I love Demiral. I continue to say it's not loving or not loving. It's not Fantasy League. It's not FIFA 21, PES. It's not Football Manager, okay? You have to understand mechanism. It's a 360-degree learning process, okay? Demiral comes from a really hard injury, and we know that players that comes from an injury, they have that peak of form due to motivation, like he played the last game of the season and he trained quite well, but then they have a dip. Okay, this is normal in that rehab process. So would you play a game versus Napoli with a player that probably never played in a three-man's defense, as and now for sure never with Chiellini, with the Bonucci, with Danilo, whatever? Would you play him? I would have tried him today, okay, with Danilo instead of Kulusevski, giving him a bit more on the right. That was an idea that I could have with Demiral, Bonucci, Chiellini, but not versus Napoli. This is really dangerous. Inter attack Ferrari, Inter defense Fiat. Yeah, they were really bad. And I don't know, they are selling all the players in defense, and they will have like three defenders for the whole season, 21 midfielders, and six striker. I don't know what they are doing. They are really crazy. You won't answer my question. Why? Because I didn't see your question, Nilesh. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Here is your question. It's not a why, and it's not personal. I try. How Pirlo play with Dybala, Cristiano, Morata, and Kulusevski? What is the lineup? First of all, I'm not Pirlo, so I don't know. I have the book, I have the digital version, I have his thesis, but I'm not Pirlo. But I don't believe we will play with all of them. One will be on the bench. Don't forget, we have a season with 5 subs, so the subs will be as important as the starters. We will not play with all of them. Sometimes it will be Cristiano, Morata, and Kulusevski. Sometimes it will be Dybala, Cristiano, Morata. Sometimes it will be Cristiano, Morata, and Ramsey with Kulusevski and Dybala on the bench. It will change. Forget that's I don't know if you hear the press conference, guys. But in the press conference, Pirlo said we will keep the same way of play, okay, the hybrid 3-4-1-2, 3-5-2 that becomes a 4-4-2, we will keep that style, but we will rotate the men according to the teams where we play against. So it can be that Demiral has to play versus Napoli because you see the qualities of Demiral that is much faster. It can be. It can be. Uh, but sometimes Dybala will play, sometimes it will be Kulusevski, sometimes it will be no. Cristiano will play all the games, except if we have an advantage of like 10 points and he can rest, but otherwise he will play all the games. Um, then we have like PSG. Jeremy saying, or wait, let me go back to Jeremy. One thing of for certain, Pirlo will always surprise us with his choices. The script the same, the actors change. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. Uh, I think it's over, guys. The time, and you see it especially with the new trainers, they are more used to it. I think the time of um, an 11, okay, a real 11 starter um, with three subs, it's over. Sarri was playing like that. Sarri was 60 years. He had that old mentality with less games. You know, he was educated like that. Pirlo is a new generation coach, like Gattuso, like a lot of coaches that comes out now, like Inzaghi, for example, and so on. A real 11 don't exist anymore, especially in the big teams. Why? Because you have so many games. It rotates a lot to create surprises, to use the qualities, to make people rest. So, except of defense is always quite solid, but the rest is changing a lot. And that's a sign of involvement of all the teams. I like it. Uh, so Yeah, I believe it's over 11 player. When I play FIFA 2020, since I have a FIFA and you play the career, at a certain moment there is always a bug in a FIFA career. You play like one match after the other, like one day after the other when you are winning a lot and you are in the final of the season. What you play on Tuesday and then on Wednesday or Thursday you have another game. And then you see that your players are really tired and you are obliged to manage your player to put some players out. So it's difficult to play with your best 11 because if you play with your best 11, you know that the game after they will be really tired. So you have to do sometimes some concessions, some choices actually to have the best possible players in terms of physicality and skills and that are compatible. And this is how it goes today. That's my opinion. Huh? I believe Pirlo is still tweaking the team, although I believe CR7 should play alongside with Kulusevski, Dybala, Costa, and Morata just as a super sub. Greeting from Brazil. Obrigado, Thiago. But if you want to play with all those men together, it means that you are going towards a 4-2-3-1. And the problem with a 4-2-3-1, it means that Ronaldo will have to do the work of Mandzukic. Do you see Ronaldo doing the work of Mandzukic coming back on the wing? Never. Forget it. Forget it. And then that means that one of the midfielders from the offensive line he has also to come. Who will that be? Uh, will it be because who do you put in the front in that lineup? That means Cristiano, he wants to go on the side on the left. Probably in that case, you have Douglas Costa as a number 10 with Kulusevski on the right, or no, Ronaldo on the left, Kulusevski as a number 10, Douglas Costa on the right, and Dybala as a number 9. Uh, but then who comes to give defensive support? On the wings. Douglas Costa, you saw it today. I tried, but it's not strong enough. Ronaldo will never come back. Kulusevski will do his best, but today he was not even giving any support to Danilo. That's also why he was the man of the match, Danilo, because he had to play two roles. So it's beautiful, but I don't believe in that formation logically, yeah. But if I play FIFA, I will play probably with that formation. Ciao Rui. Alex Telles is still waiting to be bought from in Porto. Probably will go to Manchester United if we offered Alexandro or 7 or 10 million to Porto. Would take it, but will Alexandro go back to Porto? It's not like this, it's not like here, Alexandro will never go to Porto again, not today, maybe in a few years to finish his career, but probably Brazilian players, then they love to go back in Brazil. But Alex Telles is a good player. I hope we can have him because I know he's also on the market. That would be beautiful, but giving Alexandro, I don't know, guys. Alexandro, he has a salary out of proportion for Porto. Huh? That's the difference. Ciao, notice me senpai. Giuseppe, do you agree Dybala plus Ronaldo as forward and Kulusevski as a 10 is best? Is best? I don't know because we have to test them. They never ever play together. But if you look at characteristics, it's true that Kulusevski said that he would love to play as a 10 because that's his favorite position. Uh, and I know that Dybala is best performing in a two men in the front, not too much on the right, not too much as a number 10 because then you have to go back. So that can be a great lineup. But again, guys, we are not the coach. Pirlo is a coach, and Pirlo, he wants to play with a number 9. Um, Roma's defense was on point. It felt like it 15 over 12 in that field. It's true, and they played really smart and really well. Not much 2025 for Alex Telles. It's true, but it was the same price for Dest in the beginning of the Mercato. Then it went up to 30, 35. The problem is that we are 5 men. Sciglio, Alexandro, Quadrado, Danilo. We just sold Pellegrini. We have Frabotta now. We are 5 men, so people need to leave. Otherwise, how many fullbacks do you have? And we don't have good ones, huh? But Pirlo, he made it clear. He said, I don't want to play with the Sciglio. Again today, he didn't let him play even one single minute. So can we acknowledge when the game was 1-1? If we don't leave that boom Quadrado back, there we literally win the game easy. 1-1 with the momentum at half. Reminiscent of Lazzari versus Quadrado Coppa Italia. It's true. Now, would that have been an easy win? I don't know, because let's be honest, that first half we didn't really play super great. For me, it was a balanced game where there were 2 penalties that opened the score. Easy, no. But we made a mistake. I agree with that. We made a mistake. I heard that Drugani might go to West Ham. There are some rumors that West Ham is interested, but Juventus is asking 20 million euro, and West Ham is not ready to give that money. So I don't know if we will accept less money or not. I believe it's a difficult choice for Juventus as well, because remember last year, Chiellini was out, Demiral was out, the league had his problem with his shoulder. At a certain moment, we had nobody anymore to play in defense, except of Bonucci. So it's a difficult choice. So Juventus is thinking, okay, if we have to sell him, okay, fine for us, but then 20 million. Otherwise, we don't sell him. But I don't know if he will play a lot. So I hope West Ham can give a bit of money. Can you explain why we let Cancelo out? I explained it, I believe, every single live. It makes no sense, right back out of position. Guys, Cancelo was not good. He was not good. He played 10 games of the beautiful football, with some passes, with some dribbles, with some velocity, with beautiful crosses, with some skills. Like when you're playing video games, FIFA Street, you don't know probably that game because that was an amazing game, guys. FIFA Street. And even in FIFA 20, they made like, the five-a-side where you can do the beautiful skills. And that's why we as supporter, we love him, but Cancelo was not good. Okay, he was not really good. He had problems with consistency. He had problems with being disciplined and trained. He was not a great teammate for his team, and Cancelo was someone where we it was one of the few options that we could sell and make some profit with. Okay, so there are a lot of reasons why Cancelo is not in the team. Character, not being consistent, not training. It was not a hard worker. Uh, so all those things teams up made it real. Look at now. Look at Manchester City last year with Pep Guardiola. Zero. And then for sure he plays with Portugal and he make an amazing goal, an incredible goal. And then, yeah, but why did we sell Cancelo? For me, the big mistake we did, and again, is because of, forget about the sportive part as a priority. This priority is profit because you are a club and you are not a club anymore. You are a company, publicly traded company. So you have a word to give to shareholders, so you have to bring money in. It's not like this, guys. Huh? And but the big mistake we did, for me, was Spinazzola. Spinazzola, he was a Juve fan. He loved Juventus. Look at his smile. Uh, look how happy he was at Juventus, Spinazzola. His dream came true. An incredible player. And today, again, he was probably one of the best from Roma. Really great. And Michelle is saying Manchester United, City got smashed today as well. Yeah, but Manchester City, they are stupid. They have a trainer that really wanted to leave. He really wanted to leave, and they keep him just because of the name. If you are not motivated, but you feel like you are in prison, you will not give your best. And they don't care. They keep him just for the name of Guardiola. It's stupid, huh? It's stupid. Why is Pirlo playing 3-5-2 when he knows that our weakness is our wing backs? What's the logic behind it? Because you're a new trainer, because you have a vision, and because you want to try. You want to try to see how it works, and maybe he will adapt later. Maybe today he's showing also the management that that's my style of play, but I need because I miss. Can be, yeah, the logic. And guys, we will not complain. Huh? Versus Sampdoria, we played amazingly well, except of Quadrado again. And today we played okay, and we had that spirit. For me, the biggest victory today is the fact that after the 2-1, you see that players wanted to. We scored today, and then you have the words of Ronaldo that is a bit representing the team at the microphones. He said, "We are happy and we smile again in training, guys." That's an important victory after 1 month. Cancelo didn't play today in Manchester City game. Yeah, because it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I promise you. And he have some spectacular games. Huh? You can, if you look at YouTube, Cancelo is the best player of the world. And at Juve, he did great games. Huh? But uh, we really sold Spinazzola, screwed up our fullbacks. Fullback job can't be done by midfielders. Paratici should be kicked out. Oh, I don't like let's kick out, guys. Would you be able to do the work of Paratici with a post lockdown, um, with not a lot of money, with players that don't want to leave because they had a contract from Marotta, like Kedira, and so on and so on. Uh, he entered Arthur, Morata, McKennie. Who else did we sign? Kulusevski. Uh, Guys, kicked out. Then you say we should not give that much power to Paratici. That's another way of saying it. Kick out is not respectful for someone that brought you Ronaldo, De Ligt, Vidal at the time, and Tevez, and all those players. We have to be a bit more respectful for a man like Paratici. Now that he made mistake, absolutely yes. Uh, Kick out. On a more positive approach, could we not sign Spinazzola? No, no. I believe he found his home now. He was about to go to Inter. Remember when he was in the train or in the plane to Milano? He was super sad. He was super sad, and the guy. So he found his home at Roma now. He's okay. I'm sure if Juventus call him back, he would run because he loved. But at a certain moment, you have to have also respect for a player like Spinazzola. The guy, he had so many troubles. Remember when he played at Atalanta? Then he was injured when he had to come to Juve. Then he played. He came back to Atalanta. He was about to come. He really wanted to come, and the last day he had to stay to Atalanta. He was really sad. Then he played 1 year at Juve. His dream came true for 1 year. Thoughts to improve the team. What should Juve get if there is an opportunity in the mercato? I don't really agree with Pirlo with playing with the number 9. I hope that his vision, I will support that idea for sure. He's the coach. He knows the player, he knows everything. So I support, but I would not have play with a 9 like this. Or you play a 3-4-3, but then I will say it again, but then Dybala have to play on the right. I'm not a fan of Dybala only on the right. So I would not have looked for that. I would have. So it's difficult to answer that question, Ike. Uh, but on the right, I would go for someone on the right. Yeah, and then on the left, let's see how Alexandro will come back. I'm really curious about that. Having a 9 in Morata gives you a tactical option. Yes, yes, yes. I agree because that was what were missing last season, an option. But to start as a vision of football with a 9, I don't know. With the players we have, I speak. Yeah? Calm yourself. This isn't Luciano Muggi. Uh, I, I agree. We have to be calm. Respect who's working for the team, and then that doesn't mean that we cannot say I'm not satisfied with the job of Paratici. But before saying out, 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 it's so easy today. It's so easy today to put hashtag out. We lose a game, Pirlo out. You remember the first training of Sarri, guys. This is really, 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 really significant. And don't lie, guys, don't lie. When and at first I want to say hello to Z. Ciao Z. We will go for it for next game. With the Dybala. Z is a big, big, big Dybala fan, right? So the first training of Sarri after the boring last year of Allegri, um, we saw some images of the training, and we saw 1-2 passes, 1-2, pa 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 pa, everyone 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. In the first training, I saw a lot of people. They were saying, "Wow, finally, Sarri ball. We are seeing today what we didn't see since at least 4 years with Conte." And then Sari out. Sari hashtag Sari out. It's Sari out, Sari out, Sari out. We won versus Napoli like the 4-3. Yeah, but this is spectacular. We score goals, one more than the other one. Even if we concede, we don't care. We want to win and score goals and so on and so on. And then it was Sari out. So that, like Aiden is saying here, let me find back. It's easy to talk, and I like talks, and I like different opinion, guys. But try to understand that it's a complex job. It's really difficult. Dan is missing Allegri. Not me. I will be honest. I love Allegri. I don't know where it is, by the way. I have a book of Allegri also here. Here, here is the book of Allegri. I like Allegri, and are super respectful for what he did. Remember, the guy, he came and people were throwing stones at him at the car, and they were spitting at him, insulting him. And the guy, he won 5 years in a row. Not a lot of people are able to do that. Amazing trainer, but I'm honest with myself. The last year of Allegri, even if we won, my God, it was difficult to stay awake during the games. We won, huh? And that's the most important thing. But it was difficult to stay awake. So, so I don't miss him. Uh, let's see who can and I will actually, normally it's always a 1 hour live. We are already 1 hour 30. Costa di Bala, Ronaldo, Bernardeschi, Arthur. I don't know, but okay. Uh, who can Diego? Ciao, Diego. People need to stop talking about a war. It's annoying. Be realistic. Um, the news that we had, and it's true, guys. In a sense, it's true. It's Awar. He always gave the priority to Juventus. Juventus had an agreement with him. They had a kind of agreement with Lyon. Uh, but the problem is we were not able to sell or Ramsey or selling Kedira and so on. And at the end, Awari cannot wait eternally, if we are not able to sell our players because nobody wants to buy them. West Ham, they bought a lot. They gave so many money out for so many players, and now post COVID, they are hesitant for 20 millions for Rugani because it's a new reality, guys. It's a new reality. Before the lockdown, I'm sure Juventus had another plan, and uh, we had to adapt like every team in the world. Look at Real Madrid yesterday, how they won 3-2 in the last minutes. They were losing 2-1. They didn't have a mercato neither because it's difficult. Who did Barcelona buy? Ciao Giuseppe, buono solo il risultato, prestazione troppo debole, migliore Danilo ed il solito Re. Che dici? Just a few seconds in Italian. Frank Bianconero, if you speak Italian, he has also a YouTube channel. You have to follow him. Few words in Italian to answer Frank. Sono d'accordissimo con te, Danilo. Sono già 2 partite che gioca da fenomeno. 121 tocchi di palla la prima partita contro la Sampdoria, 115 adesso. È stato dappertutto, però penso scelta sbagliata da Pirlo di mettere Quadrado a sinistra e a destra Kulusevski. Per me questo è stato un errore, dovevamo invertirla a un certo punto della partita perché Kulusevski non dava supporto a Danilo, e anche per questo Danilo è stato un gigante. Il Re sì, ha fatto bene, ci ha salvato il culo, però il problema è che anche oggi ha sbagliato 1 o 2 cose che poteva migliorare, secondo me, però uno dei migliori in campo, assolutamente sì. Continuo in inglese, altrimenti la gente se ne va. So I explained a bit to Frank, who is my friend, in Italian, what I thought about the game, but I already explained to you. Alba demands too much. I heard that Alba wants to stop playing on the left as a left back. He wants to play more as a midfielder again. So if you want to change, that's the thing. Why didn't we look at Reguilon and Hakimi this market? They literally were bargains, 20 and 30 million for 20 years old, who are fast with the engine of prime maturity. We should have accepted Bonucci's bid. I don't remember a Bonucci bid, not that I know. There was Manchester City that had an interest again, but Bonucci said no. That's what I know. Huh? And then Hakimi was a target probably of Juventus, but we let him go. Why? Because we didn't know that we would go for Pirlo, okay, with that style of play. Because today, I agree with you, Hakimi is a big loss because Hakimi is a 3-5-2 player and playing with a four-man defense. Um, Hakimi would not fit because he's a disaster in a four-man defense. I saw some games last year when he was playing versus Dortmund, or I don't know. I saw a few games. He was not good, huh? But Hakimi is a top player in a three-man defense, playing in a 3-5-2, playing on the right. It's really great. And if that player is not compatible with the style of play we have, it makes no sense to go and buy a player. Now we changed our style, and probably he was one of the best players that we could have buy. I agree. And then we have Angelo saying they made a funky mercato. But Angelo, you are 39 years old. Uh, every year they make a crazy fucking mercato, and every year they are the champion of the world, and then they don't win. Look at yesterday already. I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, fucking mercato, Vidal, my grandpa, and I don't know. I don't know. Sandro is good. Look, uh, let's read Wilchan. Tottenham and Jose, because it's Portuguese, Jose Mourinho works, and they agree to buy back clothes because Mourinho will probably be gone with 2 seasons anyway. Then we have Rui. I'm being patient. I want Arthur fully fit and ready. The same for Morata that only trains 2 days. The league fit also. Then, if we can keep Ramsey in form and Douglas out of injury, Inter will cry. Inter will cry anyway. But I agree with you. But that's a lot of ifs. My top four Serie A. Not in an order, not in an order, but Juventus for sure. I see Napoli, not because of the 6-0 of today, guys. I'm not influenced by one result, but I see Napoli in top four. Napoli, Juventus, Napoli. Who do I see else? Ah, the black and white, the black and blue, sorry, and the other team of Milan. Yeah, the two Milan teams probably. Yeah. So Juventus, Napoli, and the two teams of Milan. Look, Angelo is saying it the same. The same. I agree. I don't know what order, except that Juventus will win the 10th of in a row. That I know for sure. But those are my four teams. Are you going to do a live when Mercato close? Love you, Giuseppe. It's on the 5th of October, guys. The 5th of October, and it's the birthday of my mother. Now, the 5th of October is what day? Let me check. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, and I work on Tuesday also because I wanted to do a 12 hours live in a row, continuing and commenting all the things. Maybe if I don't go to my mother because it's Monday, I don't know, and she doesn't organize nothing, maybe I can do, like the 3, 4 last hours to see if we will do something. But I believe if I follow the Juventus Mercato of the last years, we are always anticipating, and I don't really believe in a last minute, last day signing of Juventus. But maybe I can try. I can try. Which players you want to sign? It's too late, Taber. And we spoke about it. Huh? Uh, Atalanta is promising. Yes, it's true, Abdullah. But don't forget, uh, Champions League factor as well. Um, Milan will not have the Champions League. They will probably go out soon out of the Coppa UEFA because they don't care, and then they will focus on the Serie A. Uh, I keep asking you how many languages you speak. I really want to know because I'm trying to learn German and Italian at the same time. So I speak English. I make mistakes, but I speak English, French, Dutch from the Netherlands, uh, Italian, Spanish, so five. Then I understand and speak Sicilian because I'm Sicilian, but I don't count it as a language. It's a big dialect of Italian, but I'm from Sicily, but five, and I can read, understand, and do some basic speaks of German. So am I if I'm well cultured? No, no, it's not really true. I know about football because I do only that, but except of my work. But I was lucky. I was lucky. Why? Because at home I live in Belgium, and at home my parents, my father was speaking a Sicilian to me, and French. My mother also Sicilian, but she was mixing the both languages. But they put me in a Dutch school. So I learned Dutch at school, French and Italian at home. And when you speak Dutch, it's easier to understand and to learn German and English because it's a German language, Dutch for sure. Um, and Spanish, because I speak French and Italian, is also a bit easier. And for my work, they have sent me 3 years to take care of Spain. I was still living in Belgium, but I was traveling a lot there, and I had daily contact. So that's how I learned the languages. Now, if you ask me about physics, anatomy, whatever, biology, and things like that, I have no idea. For example, if I have no hot water anymore in the house, then I have no idea what I have to do. If my, the opening for the door, that you do like that, if it's broken, I cannot repair it. I cannot even change a lamp. I'm a disaster at home. Uh, so you cannot have everything. Some you have skills and not. Uh, what do I work for? It's the late night. I call it the pizzeria. Now we are in the pizzeria, guys. Now we speak about everything. We don't care. The stress of the game is over. We are already focusing on Napoli, but now it's the pizzeria. We talk about pizzas. Uh, so, do I support Anderlecht? I saw the question of Homo Iratus. No, I don't support Anderlecht. I will come back on that question later. But what do I work? I work as a retail manager for Europe. So I'm managing two brands, Lee and Wrangler. That those are two denim brands, and my role is actually taking care of all the stores we have in Europe where we have our own staff. So my goal is actually to make profits with the store and to learn them how to have the product knowledge, how to I'm manager, I'm managing people manager, to learn them how to selling techniques, knowing the product, how to serve the customers in the best way possible. So it's communication, it's a lot of numbers, understanding what's selling well, what not, what can we change, it's all of that in different countries. So I speak several languages every day. That's my job in a few words. Um and then do I support Anderlecht? Where is the comment of Anderlecht? I lost it. No, no, not really. I'm born in Anderlecht. But I don't support them. Why? Because um, when I started to play football, I played for a few years. I took 2 3 years. I played at the RWDM from Molenbeek. Um, I played there in Molenbeek, and I was a supporter for them. But that club, they don't even exist anymore, I believe. But they played first division, and when I was a kid, I had the card, the membership to go and see the games of RWM. Anderlecht, I don't even know the players that are playing there. I don't follow Jupiler League or the Belgian league. I don't. I followed when I was young, but no, no, I don't like. Tell me, how do you grow such a beautiful bird? I am jealous. I don't have a really, really beautiful bird, Michel. My brother, my smallest brother, he has a really amazing bird. Uh, and I do nothing special. I don't even go to the barber. I let it grow, and when it's too long, I shave like without even taking care. Sometimes it's a bit longer, shorter. I don't care. I'm like that. I wake up and I compensate. I have no hair here. I have hair here. So I hope you like the pizzeria da Peppe. I like that moment of getting to know each other better. I love it. I love. What was your position? That's a good question. My preferred position. I was a bit a Douglas Costa. Okay, not as technical as him, absolutely not. But my preferred number was the 11th. I'm also born on the 11th October, so I was a real 11 playing in a 4-3-3. On the left side, I'm right-footed, but I love to play there. But at a certain moment, we changed formation and we played in a 3-5-2. And then I had to do all the flank on the left because I was quite fast, not really technical. So I had no aspiration to be a great footballer. I was bad. But I was good for young. And then my trainer, he decided to put me in a 4-3-3, but as a left wing like Alexandro. And I played quite okay. I played quite okay, but physically I was not strong enough, so I didn't had a big football career in me. But then I started to train. I trained under 13 with the cousin of Angelo that we have here, and we were quite good as trainers. That's some more for me, more trainer than player. I was not at the level. If you're Sicilian, how did you turn out to be a Juventino? That's a beautiful story. I will explain that one day. But a lot Sicilians, you have 50-50. You have the Juventus supporters, and then you have the Inter supporters. Why? Because back in the 50s, 60s, you didn't have the big Sicilian teams in first division. So the Sicilians, they were following Serie A, the big Champions League. They didn't know who to support. And at a certain moment, you had some Sicilian players in the big teams of like Juventus and Inter. And then you tended to love, or not me because I was not born, but my grandfather and so on. They have chosen a team like Inter or Juventus because they were linked and attached with the Sicilian players, and that's why you have a lot of generation of Sicilian fans of Juventus or Inter. My grandfather, he was from Inter. He was an Inter fan, and my father, he was a hero. He is a hero, my father, because he said, "I'm Juventus fan." So thanks to my father, I'm not an Inter fan. Luckily. So, but that's why I'm Juventino. But there is a lot of long story, yeah, but I will not tell it today. But Belgium is a beautiful country. My father is from Antwerp and my mother is Italian but grew up in Charleroi. I was born in Cape Town, South Africa. That's crazy. Michelle, but what language do you speak, Michelle? I need to know. Do you speak Dutch? Do you speak French? Because Antwerp is in the Dutch part of Belgium, Charleroi is the French part, and Cape Town is a total different country in South Africa. It's nice. One day you should tell me because we also have private messages with Michelle, but you should tell me how you how you how you went to South Africa. It's a nice country, nice country. I had a friend of mine. She's from South Africa. She lives now in UK, but she came from there. Can you say something in Arabic, amigo? I lived in Molenbeek, so I had a lot of Moroccan, Turkish, Arabic friends. I can say some words, but what can I say? I can say "smahle." That means sorry. I'm sorry. "Lahawun drare." I can say, so the usual words. I take it off, Mark. I don't like that. Imagine that. Oh my God, disgusting. Ciao, Juve Daily. Good night. You are the best, Juve Seppi. Giuseppe. Juve Daily has a YouTube channel, guys. If you want to follow him, you can. He has a nice channel. Giuseppe, I love you and your channel, and I want you to succeed with your goals 10, 20, 100,000 K. But I love the life like these 200 people and the pizzeria environment. I love the pizzeria. I love the pizzeria. I should do actually the live. I should do, the live with the Pizzeria da Pepe. G Just Pizza. Because those moments are nice. I really like it. Tomorrow I have to work, but the pizzeria is the pizzeria, guys. We should do that. It's a nice thing, pizzeria. But it's only for the good loyal people. Huh? Do you expect Dybala to start? No, no, but I expect him to play. I was not even expecting, to be honest. I was thinking that we would see Dybala after the national break. Now I start to think that he can play maybe half time, the second half, um, or maybe the last 20 minutes. Let's see, depending also how the game evolves. Giuseppe, sorry to say, but this Insigne is injured, which is good and bad at the same time. For sure, missing Insigne is a problem for Napoli. That's a fact. I never wish opponents' players to be injured. Um, when they have red cards, I'm happy. No, for sure. But injured, not that you wished it, but my opinion, I don't like people. I want to beat the best possible opponents. I don't want excuses for the other ones. They cry already all night long, so, or all year long, sorry. So what is your favorite kind of pizza, Pepe? Look, we are speaking about pizzas. And Martina is still here. I saw your eyes. Huh? Look at that. To answer Colin, my favorite pizza is with, how do you say? Because I'm not really good in food names, but help me, guys. Champignon. Who knows the name of champignon in English? Ham, champignon, mozzarella, tomato sauce. In some countries you call it Regina. In other ones you call it Forestiere, depending a bit. But this is my favorite. But I don't know how you say champignon. Mushrooms for sure. Mushrooms. Look, Ike, he found it. He was everyone is saying mushroom. It looks, that we are in the Netherlands now. Everyone is saying mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. We are in Amsterdam. No, from pizzeria we went to coffee shop now. But it's not about those. I was speaking about the real mushrooms that you eat, the food. When do you go? Tuesday, guys. Tuesday, a really nice one on JB Live. It will be the JB World again with a lot of nice guests who will speak about the game. It will not be Pizzeria da Pepe or G Just Pizza, but Martina, if you are seeing this, can you make something a graphic with or G Just Pizza or Pizzeria da Pepe? That's for the late night show. I love it. I really love it. That's the best part of the life. Mario is saying that he wants McKenny again. Yeah, we have to give the kid a chance. We have to. We have to believe in it. I believe in second chances. And today, it was not a disaster. Huh? It was just not really good. Three or four trophies for Juventus. We will go for all of them. Then what will happen? I don't know. What do you prefer, Martina? Gigi's Pizza or Pizzeria da Pepe? Because we have to do that. That's for the group, for the Telegram group, Aman. There will be one change in the JB world this time. One change, but sometimes we will have rotations. But most of the team, most of the team will be confirmed in GB world. It's really, really nice. I can't wait. We will also do the scores. That's why I don't do the ratings now. We will do the ratings of the players. We will go in detail and so on. Okay, Gigi's Pizza. I love Gigi's Pizza. Should. I was looking JB Live in Italian. The English version is better, and even I understand better Italian. Look at that. The best. Angelo is the best. Gigi's Pizza in ketchup writing. No, guys, we cannot do that. Hey, Italian ketchup on the pizza. It's we cannot do that. Aman, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. 200 exclusive late night show Gigi's Pizza. Champignon. I love it. I love it. So you see, for the people that joining now, guys, I'm sorry. It's the Gigi's Pizza. The real football talk is over. Now we are just laughing between friends. Vergogna. That's about the ketchup. I'm sure it's about the ketchup. Why don't you print number 11 with your name on this year's third jersey? I never do. I never had a shirt with my name. I never had it with Giuseppe or Bognani. I don't know, because if I do Bognani, then my brothers they will take it from me when they come home. They know where is the closet with my shirts, and they will say it's there. So I don't want to put Bognani and Giuseppe. I don't like because the players they put the family name on. But I'm a collector of the shirts also with players because I really like having the players because it brings me memories and it's attached to a specific season, and I like to collect most players possible. Linked, yeah, but I should do one time at least with my name, one time, but not on the orange one. Huh? On the orange, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, guys, no pineapple. No pineapple. But I have to admit that sometimes my wife is doing it, and when she does it, hey, guy, the official shirt it's like 120 or 140 euro. Huh? I will not put Gigi's Pizza on the orange one. 140 euro just for laughing, guys. It's crazy. Forza del Piero. I agree, Timothy. Uh, Disgusting. Guarda che dice Colbo Gobbo. How do you think about Frabotta tackle on Bruno Perez? It is similar like a Colpo's tackle. Oh, guys, Colpo Gobbo, for the people that speak Italian, he is my mentor. Okay, it's my twin brother. He looks better than me for sure. But Colpo Gobo is my mentor. I always look at him. I like his work. I respect his work. It's from the family of Juventus, JB Life. So I respect Colpo Gobo a lot. So that I wanted to say. After 2 hours of life, Lello, se c'è qui, adesso non parliamo più di calcio, adesso è il momento che si chiama Gigi's Pizza, ok? It's Pizzeria da Peppe, Gigi's Pizza, and we are talking about nothing, about every question possible. It's a bit the pizzeria, It's no, guys. If you speak Italian, follow Colpo Gobbo. It's amazing. But it's now you're in the pizzeria, Gigi's Pizza, and we are talking about everything. But Frabotta, fenomenale, incredibile. Frabotta ha fatto, però dice molto. Se preferisci giocare con Quadrado a sinistra invece di De Sciglio e fai entrare anche Frabotta, un problema c'è, però il ragazzo ha personalità, fisico, sì, contiamo su di lui, anche se, guarda, io penso che Pirlo ha fatto bene a non farlo iniziare, perché dopo gli mette la pressione e dopo diventa un fenomeno o un disastro. Guarda, adesso già i bilanci su McKennie stanno cambiando, era un fenomeno, dobbiamo dargli la calma, calma. Però ne parleremo da JB World, guys. So I hope Colpogobo you like that Gigi's Pizza moment. 2 hours of life, we are still 200. But Gigi's Pizza is legendary. I will do a special episode, guys, of Gigi's Pizza. I hope Martina is able to do an amazing thumbnail with the Gigi's Pizza. And we do only pizza talks. This will be a new topic of the channel. Gigi's Pizza. Nobody, I can do this all night. I said that the life was 1 hour. We are here since 2 hours, guys. We are beasts. Cos'è sto schifo di ginger pizza? Intendo il gusto. We don't know, it's pizza talk. Look, ginger pizza with mushroom. Ciao, ciao Ghifinazzo. Buonanotte, grazie. It was amazing to have you here. Only pizza talk, you see? Guys, I will close because let's invite Higuain to. No, Higuain can go to Martina because he's in where is it, in Florida now, Miami, but it's far away from Belgium, guys. Huh? But okay, guys, I will leave you because I'm saying nothing. The positive thing, and we close with the last recap of the game. We are positive. We knew that we didn't were the best of the world. We are not the worst, so chill. We are there. We keep believing in Pirlo, in the players, and we will have a lot of things to be better. So, thank you, guys. We will organize the GJ's Pizza. I love it. I can wait for the 12 hours pizza talk. I will do that. 12 hours pizza talks with guests that comes, that they go out. We do a phone. I take a phone. I took a phone. I think, yeah, I don't know where it is. I have a phone now. I will open it really soon for the talk so that we can interact. We will do an amazing thing. Guys, this was it. Ciao, Michelle. Ciao. As always, Forza Gigi's Pizza. Ciao.